Hello, you're welcome to Strategic Relationship Build Out. And today we're going to be taking some questions on relationship. Feel free to drop your questions in the comment section even while you watch this video. Sir, you're welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here
Oh, it's always a
again.
privilege, sir.
Yeah.
All right, sir. What is your take on long distance relationship?
Well, long distance relationship can be challenging, but with the right principles and practices in place, it could be a wonderful adventure.
Mhm.
First, I'll talk about the demerits of long distance relationship, and then I'll actually outline some of the remedies, what to do to make sure that your relationship is blissful, even though it is run from a distance.
Mm.
The first demerit is emotional disconnection.
Mm.
And you know that emotional connection is key and vital in any relationship.
Oh,
And
yes.
then as a result of this disconnection, of course, there's a reduction, a soft pedaling of a flow in the relationship. All right.
Yes.
So this is one of the demerit. Number two is communication breakdown.
Mm.
You know, when people relate from a distance, basically they use communication via the phone or some social media platforms. And you know that there are so much you cannot achieve with this mode of communication.
Oh, yes.
You know, there's this physical presence that is needed for communication to thrive. And so there could be communication breakdown. There is more to communication than the social media
Oh,
platforms
yes.
or the phone conversation. All right. And of course, you know that nothing can take the place of physical presence.
At
You know,
all.
this non-verbal communication, the expression of the person
Oh, yes.
is actually needed in
Very
relationship.
important.
Do you know that communication generally, you could actually perceive the thought of a person, you could perceive the mind of a person via physical communication.
Oh, yes.
That cannot be achieved over the phone. So that is
Definitely.
part of it. Number three is difficulty in bonding. Difficulty in bonding. When people are far from each other, it is difficult for them to bond. Now listen to this. Long distance relationship deprives couples or partners the room to bond. Some will have to start the process all over again anytime they meet. You know, when I got married, when we got married, you know that the first year
Yes, sir.
I had to be posted out of our base,
Yes, sir.
and I was there for 2 years.
Yes,
It
sir.
was in and out.
Yes, sir.
You visit, I visit, and all of that until finally you were able to resign from your work, your job properly,
Yes, sir.
and then we came together. That time, the bond was not solid.
It was not.
It wasn't solid. You know, there are things you want to do, you won't be able to do. And anytime we meet again, it's like we are coming,
Starting
we are
all
starting
over
all
again.
over.
Yes, sir.
You know, and that isn't too good for relationships.
all.
You know, you need to bond.
Yes,
This
sir.
go out, you know, sport together. You
Yes,
remember
sir.
in the Holy Read,
Yes, sir.
where Isaac and the wife had to sport. This
Yes, sir.
can't happen
At
when
all.
people are far from each other. So there could be difficulty in bonding. Number
Yes, sir.
four is loneliness. Loneliness.
That's the bad
Uh,
part.
and this is not good. You know that a major advantage of marriage or relationship is the fact that it takes off loneliness
Exactly.
from the lives of the parties involved. And when you are lonely as a married person, it's not a good state.
At all.
Even the creator of man said it is not good for man to be alone. You see, it is not good. And what is not good is not good.
Exactly.
So one of the things that we look at in long distance relationship is that loneliness that it creates. For the married, your spouse is a shield and a security over you. And so why should you be married and then you are staying apart from each other?
Companionship.
Now, the companionship, all right? Now, there could be occasions where you are not able to actually stay together for a season. That is understandable. But to be apart for years, you know, and it is said that an idle mind is the devil's workshop. So when a person becomes lonely, the devil will start looking for how to penetrate. And you know that one of the things that deters people from committing evil is the presence of their partner.
Of course.
You see that when your wife is with you, you won't be thinking about looking at another lady.
At all.
All right, and your husband is with you, you won't be thinking about that. So the loneliness is actually a challenge in long distant relationship. Let me say something, citing example from the Holy Writ. You know, the challenge of Uriah in the Bible was the fact that he became lonely at a point. You know, David said to Joab, he said, push Uriah to the forefront, and in the hottest of the battle, withdraw from him. And when everybody withdrew from him, he was killed. That is loneliness. So that is what happens even in relationships. When the people are far from each other, there's a possibility of death, not physical death now. Something begins to die. Emotion begins to die. Care begins to die. All right. And when this happens, that becomes a challenge in relationships. So it is important that we look at this point. That is point number 4. And then number 5 is trust issues. Trust issues. How many points have I mentioned? Number 1, I said that there could be emotional disconnection. Number 2, communication breakdown. Number 3, difficulty in bonding. And then number 4, loneliness. For me, this is one of the areas that we need to look at in running a long distance relationship. It's not good for a man to be alone, and then it's not good for a man to be married, and then suddenly is alone again. Let me say this. When a partner is far from you, your partner is far from you, you begin to think, what is he doing at this point? Who is he talking to at this point? Maybe you just you made a call, maybe a virtual call, and then you see somebody around the person. You'd be tempted to think, okay, what is this person doing around this person? And that could also lead to jealousy and insecurity. All right, so trust issues begin to come in. So these are the demerits, some of the demerits of long distance relationship. So, but what do you do if you have to attend to the family as a married man and you need to be apart from your family? What do you do? And you cannot move your family in that instance. What do you do? For example, there are some military people that would like to keep their wives in a base, and then they are going from one place to another because they can't be they won't be able to afford moving their family everywhere. So what do you do? So this is my sincere counsel to everyone that is running a long distance relationship. Number 1, build strong and regular communication.
Yes, sir.
Build strong and regular communication. This is very key. Let me say that again. Maintain a strong and regular communication. This is a strategy that will help.
Yes, sir.
By so doing, 2 things minimum will happen. Number 1, it will help you to talk about your goals and your visions. And when you do this, it makes the bond strong. One of the reasons why we have division is when people's vision, the vision of the family becomes 2. So you see that the man is running under vision, the woman is running under vision. That's division. And one of the reasons for divorce is when the vision becomes 2, the vision of the family. That is what the man is thinking is different from what the woman is thinking. And of course, there's division and there's problem on ground. Now, this is what to do. Talk about your goals and your visions often. All right. Number 2, you plan. This is what to do while you communicate. Communication is not just about how you're doing, I miss you, and all of that. What have you done? It's good. It's part of it. I'm going to come to that. But then you talk about your vision, you talk about your goals, and also you talk about your plans and then action steps. For example, what are you doing now? We had a long distance relationship for 1 year when we were courting before we got married. I was serving in a particular state in the country, and you were serving in a particular state in the country. And one of the things that assisted us was frequent communication.
Plenty of calls.
I had roommate because I was in the Corpus Lodge, the NCCF Corpus Lodge, and my roommate would always say, what is this? We are communicating in the morning, and before you know it, I'm on my way. We just finished speaking now, I've just finished eating, I'm going to my PPA. By the time I return, I'm calling again, I just got home. And then at intervals, your calls kept coming in. It made us to bond, even though we were not married yet.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you maintain that kind of communication, and not just jesting and all of that. You discuss real matters. It is these real matters that keeps you thinking when you are not communicating with your partner. And then, of course, when you communicate again, it is iron sharpened iron. So you maintain a strong and regular communication. Number 2, build emotional intimacy by sharing thoughts and feelings. Build emotion. Now, let me talk to everyone operating a long distance relationship, especially for the couple. The couple, please build a strong emotional connection. This will help the relationship. You know why? You need to express your feeling to your partner, especially the men. The woman wants to know that my husband is still in love with me and that my husband is having a feeling of being connected to me. All right? So this is important. Are we together now?
Yes, sir.
Now, you maintain strong emotional intimacy. Number 3, organize frequent visitation plan. Organize your visitation plan.
Yes, sir.
So maybe monthly, maybe every 1.5 months. This will help. How? The expectation of daddy is coming or my wife is coming will keep you excited, even though you are not seeing each other until the person comes. So this is key. And also you send gifts regularly. This is an act of love, a show of love, to say that although we are distant from each other physically, but we are connected. We are connected. And then
Remember when I'll bake and then send all the way to where you were?
all the way, all the way. Put some little preservatives to ensure that
Yes.
it doesn't get spoiled.
Yes.
And then when you receive such gifts, it
Yes,
gives
sir.
you a sense of connection. That is, my wife or my partner is still in love with me, still cares about me. And even though we are not together, the bond is there.
Yes, sir.
And then finally, remedies. What do you do if you find yourself in this kind of relationship? Finally, pray together. Couples who pray together, they stay together.
That's
Partners who pray together, they stay together. So you learn to pray together. Have sessions of prayers, virtual, online, whichever. Just ensure that the prayer channel is not broken. Many times the devil take advantage of isolation, especially when couples or partners are no longer praying together. So you don't give the devil that opportunity. So you pray together, you study the word together, and then you keep growing spiritually. By so doing, the bond will be there, even though you are not physically together. I hope this helps.
Hi.
Thank you.
This is awesomely awesome. This is powerful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. In our next session, we'll be taking more questions. But I think this will help if you are in this particular shoes or you have someone you need to share this video with. Please don't hesitate to do so. Share it to them and then please drop your comment. Let us know in what area you need us to talk about. God bless you. Thank you, sir, for this powerful
You're
piece.
welcome.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you, viewers, for watching. The Lord bless you. See you next time. Bye.